All right, so as we come back here from the commercial break, AJ McCarron broke his collarbone. And, I mean, that's not good. It's a hairline fracture, but the fracture needed to be, worse than a fracture, broken. Broken. And, I mean, that's not great news. That sucks. I feel for the guy. I'm sure he thought of this as one of his last opportunities to be a starter in this league, and I think it was. Maybe he'll get another opportunity, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. And there's haters out there that would say, well, this is the worst scenario for the Bills. This is the scenario that, if any, opened up the door that the Bills brass wanted to open up anyway. This brass wants to see Josh Allen play. This brass wanted Josh Allen. Brandon Beane, first major move in a draft. And his first draft was to go out and get a quarterback, and Josh Allen's the guy that they go after. Josh Allen is the apple of their eye. That's who they want to see play. Nate Peterman, though, is well respected by his teammates, earned the trust of his teammates. Very respectable guy, holds his head up high, tough as nails, takes things on the chin, and is well respected by Sean McDermott. Was basically drafted by Sean McDermott. I think that's a very safe assessment to say. So those two guys are going to be around for a long time, people. That's the reality. Those two quarterbacks will be here for a while. And the more we talk about, well, we need to have that veteran option. Okay, well, the veteran option is the least likely to play in this case. Because the veteran option is just a guy that can help them learn the system. And that's it. The veteran option is not a dude that should be playing ahead of those guys. AJ McCarron was never, in my opinion, the dude to play ahead of both of them. In my opinion, it was either Nate plays ahead of Josh or Josh plays ahead of Nate. When A.J. McCarron was signed, I thought, okay, that's a decent deal, a 2-year deal, the 10, 11 million, whatever it was, total. Decent. I can't remember the exact contract off the top of my head. But was I really, over the moon about it? Not really. And I was a little worried that if they didn't draft a quarterback, which I knew they were, but I was worried that somehow if they didn't draft a quarterback, we'd end up with a guy that hadn't started a game in 4 years. Meanwhile, tonight he breaks his collarbone and his season's pretty much half over. And I think that is very unfortunate, but it was inevitable that he wasn't going to play. Because I don't think at any point was A.J. McCarron winning this job. I think it's either been Nate doing better than A.J. and Josh, or Josh doing better than Nate and A.J. And not doing better than Nate by much, but just offering different attributes and traits and skill sets that Nate just physically doesn't have. And that's how I see this 3-man quarterback race or trio or competition or whatever they want to call it. After that preseason game, nobody can tell me that A.J. McCarron should be the starter of this team. The offense mustered up 12 yards total with A.J. McCarron in. Never wish bad on a player, never wish for a player to get hurt. And that's the case. I hope the dude gets well, but it just, I don't think priority-wise for a veteran, his priorities were where they needed to be in order to win this job. I feel like he thought that the veteran role would help him win the job, which is very, very tough. Very, very tough. But nonetheless, I think they do got to go out and get a veteran and replace McCarron with that veteran. Who that is remains to be seen. Nonetheless, training camp told me a lot. Training camp told me that Peterman and Allen have been in this race since the get-go. And here we are. Take care, everybody.